Day, September 3rd, 2025, and today is officially the third day of meteorological fall, which means just the beginning season of fall, except it's not official yet, but it is the beginning of the season of the fall for the meteorological standpoint. So, meteorological fall went from September 1st to December 1st. Meteorological winter went from December 1st to March 1st. Meteorological spring went from March 1st to June 1st, and that when meteorological summer begins. So this month starts meteorological fall, which means that we should start to see some cooling down temperature and maybe looking at some snow. That is right, guys. We got snow up in Canada right now. Tonight through tomorrow, we got snow up in Canada. Oh my gosh, guys. I have never seen this that early before. Now, what could be driving down the snow and the cold air from Canada? Well, let me answer this right now. So, we got this really big low pressure system coming in as at 8 a.m. today on September 3rd. And this is actually a deep low pressure system that is actually going to be bringing down this huge cold front. And look at what's behind there, guys. We got some really big cold air coming down and some warm humid air just rising up from the east. And this will, holy crap, guys. This is a strong cold front, and whether we see those high humid conditions and cold air combined together, this is when we have to start watching for some severe storms from the upper Great Lakes all the way down to Nebraska, Kansas. So this is what we're going to need to be watching for. And look at that, guys. Tonight at 8 p.m., we are going to get snowstorm potentially from the UP coast of Michigan. Bringing down some rain across parts of Michigan and Illinois, across the Ohio area by 8 a.m. tomorrow on September 4th. So here's take a look at tomorrow, September 4th, 2025, and we got this really big cold front coming down. Like, holy crap, guys. I have never seen a cold front that intense that early in the year. Wow, guys. So we got cold air coming down. And look at how ripe it is, guys. Look at that. Look at how ripe this low pressure system is. That is bringing down, it's not just normal temperatures. This is bringing down like 10, 20, 30 degrees below the MOVA. So we're going to be showing you what that means in just a few minutes. But that's not all, guys. You can see here by Friday, September 5th, actually Thursday night, there's a secondary low pressure system which is actually going to be bringing down some even colder air. Holy crap, guys. I have never seen anything like this for September. We got this cold front over there, warm front over there, blocking this huge cold front. So this is a secondary low pressure system, and I don't know what to say. This is September 5th, and possibly more US is already getting snow for this time of year. Like, this is crazy, guys. So, hope you guys are excited for it, because I'm showing September 5th here. This is where we're also going to get some strong winds here too, guys. Like you can see here, we may get some strong winds along this cold front, but then along the secondary cold front, this is where you can see here the really strong winds with the tight gradient can come down across the Great Lakes area. So that will be something we have to monitor for in terms, especially along the lakes. When we have those warm lakes, cool air going across there. That what makes strong winds. 40, 50, 60 mile per hour strong winds, guys. In this type of cold temperature. So we need to watch for wind damage, especially across the Great Lakes area and beyond there. So we're looking for ahead. After this cold front comes through, this will bring precipitation across the eastern United States before it goes completely out of the air. You can see we got this huge wedge burning from the west and huge trough border in the east over here. And that will bring extremely dry air to the east over here, except for those along the lake. Those along the lake may get some lake effect here. So you may be lucky in tones, because if there was no lake there was no warm air there, and you may have to be under the drought. So you are so lucky we got a lake there, because northeast, this is not good. Cold air means it's probably going to be one of the droughtiest days, so be ready for the big drought. But hopefully this will not last any longer too, because, well, here's another thing that we have to worry about. Look at that. So we're going back here. You can see that thing down there across the Pacific. That is the hurricane that has developed along the Pacific, and over the past 24 hours, this Marvelous has been pushing it more north than previously suspected, because this was originally supposed to be pushing to the west, and now it's pushing more to the northeast. That is a dramatic shift, and that will be bringing us some storms across Texas, Mexico, and potentially across the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes into the northeast, and that will be extremely good for the drought. But this is a hurricane, and we don't know where it's going. So if this doesn't show up, northeast is going to be under the dead drought, everybody, and like what it says in the year Marvel, and that is definitely not good. So going forward here, what's going to happen going forward other than the hurricane? By the way, if there's precipitation coming up, I will let you know. But look at the hurricane coming up from the Atlantic. This is what we're going to be talking about here every second. And okay, this Marvel has trended it so west here that it's actually going to be heading the northeastern United States. But again, that is just 203 hours out, so take it as a great asset. This might be gone in this Marvel one, but this might be something to track for, and this will be another Marvel one. So a lot of stuff is coming. Let's take a look at what the National Weather Service is saying about this. This is the 60-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center, and we are seeing about average across the West, a little bit below average across the California and New Mexico side due to potentially of a hurricane cooling things down. But you can see we are getting some warm air burning up across the west, and merely just a trough for across the east here, bringing the central and eastern state but below moderate temperature from September 8 to September 12. So that will be a big relief. However, it might get too cold, so be careful with that. Same thing as the 8 to 14 day outlook too. Except the good news is this may push more to the east here for the 8 to 14 day outlook here. This is September 10th to the 16th. And you can see we are still getting some like backdoor cold front coming down across the eastern United States. So here is to take a look at the temperature by the GFS model again. So this is today. This is yesterday. This is today. You can see eastern and southern United States is going to be in the 80s tomorrow, and then by tomorrow, look at that cold air coming down. Like, look at that. This is just the first round, and it's already bringing down some 40s, 30s. Imagine being in the mid-30s in Minnesota, Montana, in Minnesota, and especially in top of there in the Canada. It's going to be like snow conditions there. But that's not all, guys. You can see this cold air weekend. We got a second cold front coming in by the 7th, which is on a Friday. And look at that. This is crazy, guys. 30s across the mobile United States in September. How fun does that be? Holy crap, guys. And then you can see we got this cold front coming in. So we are going to get some 30s here possible. That would be a big concern for frost and freeze potential. So if you have 30 little plates outside, please bring them in as soon as possible. Don't forget hail too. Our house literally saw hail with one of these lake effects here just last week. So hail season, it's not supposed to happen for this time of year. It's just going to be more of a wind season, but hail definitely can't be worse, especially in the very cold areas too. So just let you go. No, usually take a look at the year marble temperature just to kind of compare the difference here. There's the first cold front I want today, tomorrow, Friday. And you can see there's a second cold mass coming down over there, and this one is not as intense as a GFS. This one is showing in the low 40s into the high 30s, so yeah, so I don't know which one is correct. Probably the year, since 30s is not acceptable for this time of year, but take that as a great asset. You can see here Europe has shown it as a core air index around the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which might bring down some heat wave, so might bring back the heat wave in some core air, so that will be taken as a great asset, but especially if it's this far out. Now here is we take a look at the Canadian Bay marble. That's the Canada marble, and you can see there's our first one. Look how intense that is. It's the second one. Holy crap! It's showing some low 30s across the Dakota area, so that is pretty crazy, guys. And then you can see it's kind of still cold, but we're cooling just a bit as by the time we reach the 10 and 11 time frame. So be ready, guys. We got some big storms and some big cold temperatures coming. Now let's take a look at the hurricane marble right there, because we got some tropical storm and Violeta right now, and that's the storm I was showing on the GLS marble earlier. This one, as of this record, I got the 30% chance of developing over the next 3 days and 70% chance over the next 7 days. So marbles is showing it going this way, and it might just go along the western United States, so stay tuned for that, as we may get some hurricane season back, and that is definitely some good news for drought people across the northeast. But you know, it's saying it's going to be a extreme drought, but if this hurricane can hit there, that would be great. I mean, not good news, but great news for at least for the northeast there. So be ready, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe to this channel and my second channel called the Highland Space Weather Club 2, which means this channel will be posting more for awards and novel lights and how this can be connected to weather, which is what we're getting right now. So go up, enjoy some awards tonight, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Whoop.